I'm Jessica Das, and I'm a dietitian from Milwaukee Public Schools Department of Nutrition Services, and I'm here today to cook with you. We received a grant from USDA called the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program, and with grant funds, we bought produce bags for families in Milwaukee. If you'd like to participate in this program, you can go to any one of our 50 Stop, Grab, and Go locations throughout the city. The produce bags are available on Thursdays, but we offer meals on school days between 11 and 1:30. We also have extended hour sites that are open from 3 to 5 p.m. at North Division, South Division, and Obama. So this week, what we're going to talk about is making every bite count for heart health, and we're having a celebration of American Heart Month. So let's get started with what's in your produce bag. This week we have rutabaga, avocado, sweet potato, lemon, and broccoli. And the recipe we're going to feature this week is the complete nourishing winter power bowl with roasted sweet potato and rutabaga. So let's get started. First, what we're going to do is we're going to cut up our avocados. Now, avocados are a great source of monounsaturated fats. These are the same kind of fats that are found in olive oil, and they are so heart healthy. Now, a general rule of thumb with fats is if they are liquid at room temperature, they're a rich source of the mono and polyunsaturated fats, which are good for your heart. But if they are solid at room temperature, like butter, they may be loaded with saturated fats. So those are the kind of fats you want to avoid because they have a negative impact on your heart health. So we're just scooping our avocado out that's ripe, and you can ripen these on the counter, and we're going to dice in just a moment. Now, heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States for both men and women. But ideally, prevention should start in childhood. That's because even as children, fatty deposits build up in the heart. And even though we don't have disease risks that we see when we're a child, oftentimes by the time you get to adulthood, it's too late. So there's many things you can do to decrease your risk of heart disease. It's keeping your healthy blood pressure, keeping your cholesterol in check, maintaining a healthy body weight, avoiding diabetes, whether it's pre-diabetes or the actual diagnosis, exercising regularly, not smoking, talking to your doctor if you need help, and just always keeping healthy eating habits on the forefront of your mind, because this can reduce your risk so dramatically. So with our avocado here, you're gonna notice I'm just dicing it nicely, and we're gonna put it to the side in a bowl. Now, other parts of a heart healthy diet are watching how much salt or sodium you're eating, limiting sugar, limiting alcohol, eating lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, low-fat dairy because it doesn't have that saturated fat in there when it's low-fat. So in general, just eating a balanced diet. And the dietary guidelines for Americans that you'll be learning about this month promote all those aspects of a healthy diet. But there's also a diet we're giving you a link called the DASH diet, and that is the dietary approach to stop hypertension, which is high blood pressure. So we have all of our ingredients prepped, and what I love about power bowls is you can prep these ingredients on the weekend and grab at them throughout the week and just make really fast meals that way. So in general, power bowls tend to have a legume or bean, and today we are using lentils. We have brown rice or other kinds of whole grains, like quinoa would be an excellent choice as well. A lean protein, and today we're featuring hard-boiled eggs. We have some kind of roasted vegetable in the oven, steamed broccoli, and then for extra power, our nuts, and we have chia seeds and sesame seeds we're going to be adding. So let's build our bowl. We are going to start the base of our bowl with our lentils. Now, diets that are high in fiber tend to prevent heart disease. They're also very beneficial for cancer prevention and diabetes prevention. And this recipe calls for 2 cups of lentils, so we're going to be breaking everything into 4 portions today. So we have a generous half cup in our bowl. Next, the recipe calls for 2 cups of our brown rice, just whole grain and helps fill your belly up. And we're going to put a generous half cup in this one as well. our roasted sweet potato and rutabaga. Now, I wasn't familiar with rutabaga. I didn't grow up eating it, but it tastes a little bit like a radish. It's a root vegetable, great during winter months. And you're gonna notice it has a waxy coating on it. That's just to help preserve it during those winter months. So with rutabaga, you just wanna peel the outside and dice it. And same with our sweet potato. Peel it and dice it. And we've talked about roasting vegetables in other weeks. And what you want to do is after you dice it, you're going to mix it with about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Preheat your oven to around 350, 400 degrees. Sprinkle about a half teaspoon of sea salt in there and a little bit of pepper and roast for about 30 minutes, flipping it occasionally until it's soft to prick with a fork. So that's what we did today. And these vegetables, so healthy. Our sweet potato has 769% of your vitamin A, which is important for organ function, including heart health. And our rutabaga is known for being very rich in potassium. So potassium helps regulate fluid balance in your body, which works with the sodium. So it's so important for heart health and blood pressure when we're talking about fluid balance. And we put about a cup in our bowl. Next, we want our broccoli. And we're gonna take about half cup. Now, broccoli is extra heart healthy. There have been studies out there that show it helps reduce our bad cholesterol, our LDL, our triglycerides in our blood, but also rise our good cholesterol, our HDL. So the fiber in this, in addition to all those cholesterol benefits, is so good for you. Next, I'm going to be adding my avocado. And we're just building up this power bowl, making it look nice and pretty. And then we're gonna put an egg on the top. And you can just cut this in half, or I happen to have an egg slicer. And I like making these perfect little circle eggs, is what I tell my son all the time. And we're just gonna arrange these over the top as our protein. And next we're gonna add our sliced almonds. And you can really use any kind of nut with this. They're all very heart healthy for you with those mono and polyunsaturated fats. And lots of antioxidants. We're just gonna kind of sprinkle those on the middle, a couple tablespoons per bowl. And then we have our sesame seeds. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons, so about a half teaspoon for each bowl. And we are gonna garnish on top. And then chia seeds. Now, chia seeds have omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory. They're also loaded with fiber, and you can actually make puddings out of them, or different drinks that you might have seen. So they expand, they're little jelly blobs, and if you grew up around the 90s, you might have heard of chia pets. It's the same thing, except these just took off in the health industry. So our chia seeds we're gonna sprinkle on here for extra nutrition. And then we are going to make our dressing next. So let's put our bowl to the side for just a moment. So our dressing, very, very easy. It is going to be lemon, olive oil, and a little bit of salt. We're just gonna cut our lemon in half, and we only want our juice. We can save the peel for our compost. Give that a nice squeeze. And you know, we use a lot of citrus fruits in our bags because they're loaded with vitamin C, and they have our antioxidants, which prevent free radicals in our body and just keep us nice and healthy. So I like to include a little bit of citrus fruit on most weeks. And squeeze that in, and it smells so good and fresh. And if you get a seed in your bowl, not a big deal. Just spoon it out, take it out with a fork. And next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of our olive oil, that monounsaturated fat, good for our heart. And then we have 1 teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna whisk these ingredients together, and you can just drizzle these over your power bowl to taste. And feel free to substitute any ingredients in this bowl for your liking. So let's pull it back over, and we're gonna spoon a little bit on top, making sure to get all that sea salt. Sometimes it floats to the bottom if it's a thicker flake, and just drizzle. And this is looking really tasty, and I know it's gonna give me power for the rest of the day. And 1 more spoon for good measure. Excellent. And this is a very balanced meal. So next, what we're gonna do is just a garnish of pepper, and we're done. So you have your beautiful power bowl, heart healthy, All these ingredients are just gonna help your heart to function well from childhood through adulthood. And just remember, if you realize that you're not doing well right now with your heart health and you have a lot of those risk factors, it's not too late to make change. Get outside, get some exercise, move around, change your diet little by little, because over time it's really gonna benefit you and your family to keep you around and healthy. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I can't wait to meet with you again next week as we talk about making every bite count for diabetes prevention. Take care.